I'm going to speak about today is I really want other people, I had a class the other night and a lot of people asked me questions about how mediumship, how the connection, how this stuff works, how it works. Mostly with mediumship, it is to go within the stillness. That's what it takes, is to go within the stillness within your being. And if we allow ourselves to do that, and a lot of people will get this thought in their mind. So, well, I never get quiet. I never get quiet in my mind. I got stuff. I love stuff. And they negatively put things in the vibration to stop it from arising. But they do. They continually say, well, I can't do that. I'm not going to be able to do that. Can't do that. Not going to do that. But if we allow ourselves just to sit in a positive vibrational note within our lives, just sit for a moment, for a few moments. Allow yourself to feel the energy. Now, you might not feel it the first day, second day, third day, it might take you a month. But if you continually look for that part of mediumship, or that part of that communication with spirit, you'll be able to see it. It will eventually start to manifest itself within your life. Whatever part that you need to play. My grandmother used to say mediumship was like a tightrope dance. Walking the tightrope with the 2 bars and the little buckets on each end and trying to keep our balance. And through our little journey in mediumship and spiritual work, we're trying to balance everything. Balance everything, because all this stuff comes at us. When we first get into this work, everybody's telling us how it works now. All this book, you know, I read this book worked for me, it should work for you. And we have all this stuff that manifests itself towards us, and pretty soon we get psychic overload. We just kind of fall off. Then we get exhausted, and then we just give up on it. But Spirit doesn't really want you to give up on mediumship. They don't want you to give up on that communication to Spirit, the communication that you have on a personal vibration, a personal relationship with Spirit. So you want to try to keep working at the vibration. Whether you fall off and you have to empty things out and get back up on the tightrope, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many times you have to jump up there. Eventually you'll start to walk. You'll start to connect to the spirits that are supposed to connect to you. When I teach trance mediumship and working with channeling in people's lives, we have to, that's the stillness within your vibration, to allow the stillness to arrive. You have to give up a little bit of control. The misthought with trance mediumship is people think the spirit just jumps into you. That doesn't happen. Kind of a misconception, the spirit jumps. Spirit overshadows the back part of your brain and connects to you. Uses your voice box, uses your back part of your brain, they overshadow you. They pull up in your auric field and then use you. Use your voice box, your different situation to work through you. Works with mediumship, works with healing. When you're doing healing, spirits are sitting right behind you with their hands on your hands, and they are overshadowing your being as you produce the healing. Same thing with mediumship. They're there sitting with you. It's only that we don't realize they're there. Even through our meditations, we have people sitting in meditation with us. Sitting with us from the spirit world. Sitting in our room, in our space that we meditate. You have a group of people that are kind of not overseeing, but helping. Putting energy into the mix. Even though you might not see them, they are there. There are people in this church that you don't see right now, but they are here. They have come to church. Pews are full. But we have to realize that we have to give up a little bit of control within our being to allow Spirit to speak to us. We're always trying to control the outcome, might not get to that part of the bridge. We have to allow Spirit to work with us. Whether it's healing, whether it's a modality of healing, whether it's mediumship, whether it's psychic work, whatever you perceive like, I'm good at that. I like that. Then follow that course. Follow that vibrational course that you set yourself off on. And that might be the first thing you see in the store. Shiny, shiny, I want that. First thing you see, go with that. Go with what you first envision that you should envision in your life. Don't rush yourself because somebody says, oh my God, I got a book for you. And you read the book and you go, no, I didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. They say, oh, no, you have to do that book. And you go, no, I don't want it. I don't want to do that book. I don't want to do it that way. Do it what works for you, what fits the vibration for you. I have so many people I teach all over the state. I teach all over. And a lot of people will come up to me and go, who? I'm going, who taught you that? Who brought that into your being? Because it stopped them on the path. It stopped them from moving forward. Sometimes we get information. We get information in our vibration. And it clicks something. It tells us like, ooh, that's right. Oh, that sounds good. That works for me. That sounds great. Follow your course. Follow what makes sense to you. If it doesn't make sense to you, probably don't go in that way. Don't travel down that path or that roadway in that direction if it doesn't make sense to you in this work. We're celebrating all kinds of stuff with spiritualism. It's been around for a while, but spiritualism is supposed to be upliftment. It's supposed to be encouragement. It's supposed to be bringing you to a higher sense of consciousness. That's what spiritualism is supposed to do. Not supposed to drag you down. It's supposed to bring you up. Arrive up. Like attracts like. Remember that in your vibration. Natural law. Like attracts like. It does. So whatever you're attracting, whatever you're placing into your mental state is what you will attract. We have an individual that does all kinds of events. He must have a smudge stick about the size of this podium. And he lights it. And he's running through that place, and it looks like we need to call 911 because so much smoke is coming out of the building. And I said, why are you doing that? They said, oh, gotta get rid of the evil spirits. I said, were they already in there, or did you bring them? What happened? Because if we envision that we're attracting something that's negative, then we have already arrived at that endeavor. Some of the mediums I work with up north, and a lot of major mediums, there's a few of them that have died now, have passed to spirit. But the question is ask for your highest and best. Highest and best for you. Highest and best. Covers all bases. Put your smudge sticks away, put your sea salt away, your holy water, all that stuff, put away. Highest and best, nothing else. That's what you ask for. Your highest and best. Not for somebody else, but you. Then you only attract your highest and best. Your connection to the spirit world. Sure, there's people in the spirit world that probably are a little bit off kilter. But doesn't mean you have to go looking for them. I mean, you have to go find them. Stay, of course, in your vibration of what are you looking for. And I always explain to people when you do meditation, you connect to the spirit world. Set some kind of purpose of what you're looking for. What are you looking for? What do you want to see in the spirit side of life? What do you want to connect to from the spirit? When you're in meditation or you're doing some kind of spiritual work, who do you want to talk to? You should make some kind of announcement into the spirit world. Because remember, when you guys talk, when you speak out loud, your voice is going to be carried into the spirit world to every spirit, every connection in the spirit world will hear your voice. Because your voice is different than anybody else's. It's different. Doesn't sound the same, doesn't have the same octave, it doesn't have any of that. It's different. So when you speak out loud, spirit will hear you. We get in trouble in our lives when we talk inward like, who knows, let anybody know what I'm thinking. And we keep it all inside ourselves. Then it has to go through all your filters. It has to make that little journey through all your filters. And eventually, when it gets to the spirit world, the spirit goes, oh, you want this? And you go, I didn't want that. I didn't want that, but that's what they hear. Once it gets through all your filters, speak it out loud to your guides, to your protectors. And if you don't know who your guides are, just thank them for being there. They'll eventually announce themselves. They'll eventually show who they are. But if they're working with you, thank them every day. I have a gratitude thank you every day to my guides. I don't know every single guide that will follow me and I'll pick up during the day, but I know they're there for my highest and best. I know they're there to create some kind of existence for me to connect to spirit, to me to understand where spirit is. We're in the summertime now, we take all our trips, all our vacations, all our places, we see different places. So we get information. Get out of our daily routine, we go see something new. So spirit, when you get out of your daily routine, out of your rut, you get somewhere that you haven't been before. Spirit has a good way of working with you. So when you're out of your routine in your life, you should pay attention to what's going on. Synchronicity. Who's talking to you? Who walked up? I had a lady the other day, she goes, I want a soulmate. I said, you sure? Sure, you want a soulmate? Oh, yeah, I want a soulmate. So I told her, I said, just watch. Spirit wants you to have a soulmate, they'll find out. She got behind a car, and the car had, in memory of David. She said, oh, David's up to mine. Truck pastor, David. For about 2 weeks, all she saw was David. Then eventually she ended up somewhere, and this guy looked at her and said, I'd love to go out to dinner with you, dear. By the way, my name's David. She said, should I go out with him? Did you ask for that? Did you have that emotion there? Because you asked to be shown. Then all of it's shown to you, and then you get scared. Like, oh my God, that's it? Because Spirit wants to get your attention. They want to help you with that. Whether you're looking for relationships, whether you're looking for prosperity, whether you're looking for a career, whatever you're looking for. Explain to them and say, hey, I'd like to have that. I'd like you to show it to me. If I need to make decisions or move into my life and go somewhere, you should show me. And that's what your guides are not there to make you do something. They're there to kind of pick you up and kind of give you a view. You don't have to take it, but they try their best to give you a good view, your highest and best of where you need to be. That's what they do. Your guides are there to do that for you. Not here to destruct you, hold on to you, latch on to you. They're not there to do that. My guides, we have 10 to 15 guides that are going to be part of our lives, through our lives. They are. Those are our family members, our crazy ones, our not so family members, our family that we were born in, not of. So we have members that follow us through our lives, people. Trying to help, trying to encourage us, but it's according to what we believe that we deserve. That's the question. When you do this work, it's what you believe that you personally deserve. If you believe you don't deserve it, I can't get there, I can't do that, I can't. The should's not I should have done this. I don't. Make sure that you connect to you. And that's just going in the stillness. Going in the quiet. Quiet. When you have healing here, we have the music playing, it's just peaceful, it's quiet. You're going into the stillness. Stillness of the moment. It doesn't have to last for hours. When I teach channeling, it's the question of when spirit attaching on, not moving into your field, overshadowing you. You have to be able to work with that spirit, And transmediumship doesn't happen overnight. It takes years of movement, of reorganization, of working and understanding how spirit is going to work with you. You just don't let the first spirit that's walking by go, go ahead, jump in, go ahead, I'll do it. No, you discern the spirits that are working with you. So you ask questions. You give them an idea of what you're looking for. The message work or something should play itself out when people give you messages or do stuff for you. If a healer's up here doing healing and the vibration, and there's never any healing ever taking place up here, then maybe the healer needs to go back and get another healer, get another guide to help them. Because if you're giving healing, healing should be taking place somewhere. If you're doing the work, something should be playing itself out. It should. When you're doing your personal upliftment, your personal enlightenment within your life, something should be happening. There should be an upliftment, an encouragement, a balance within your life. When you're giving, when you're trying for your enlightenment, there should be an upliftment, not a pull down, but an upliftment in your life. So things should be moving to a higher sense of consciousness. And if not, have a moment with your guides. Talk to them. Say, hey, this isn't exactly what I'm working at. I need you to help me. If your guides think that you like it, and you keep following that same path and you like it, your guides will step back and allow you to go. Allow you to go. Until you eventually stop and say, hey, I need your help. When I was up in Lilydale, I'd go up on a stump. That was back years ago when the mediums actually got up on the stump. They got it all fenced off now. I can't get up on the stump. It's not a stump now, it's a root. But we used to get up on the stump and read. And I was like 12, 13 years old, up on the stump reading. So the question is, one time I said, I don't need you guys to help me. I'm good at this. I am really good at this. So you guys can just step back. Woo, worst message service I ever had. Because I didn't allow them to help me. That's the same thing with any modality that you're doing in this work. You need them to help you. You need them to stand guard, them to protect you, them to work with you, to bring the people that bench from the spirit world to help your vibration. You will attract who's good at that. If you're doing transmediumship, you're going to attract spirits from the spirit world that are good with trance. You're doing healing, you're attracting healers. You're attracting teachers, healers, people that are doing work in the spirit world. They are going to rise your vibration. You're not going to attract your Aunt Viola, who's never done healing in her whole life. Never even wanted to put her hands on somebody. She's not the one that will be standing behind you teaching you healing. She's not going to be the one. It's going to be people that have done the work, that have done that work, will be standing with you. You're not going to get a podiatrist when you need brain surgery. Remember that. So you're going to attract who is supposed to be here in your life. So maybe you might not know who's here helping you, but you feel very comfortable with the energy. Thank them for being here. Thank them for connecting to you, because it might be the person you're working with. I might be speaking to your mother, and your mother is working with me because she wants to speak to you. She wants to have that connection to you, so she'll work with me. I might not know your mother personally, but I can feel her energy, and I know she's good, and she's going to talk to you. She's going to make that conversation. That is the same with the guides and things that follow you. You have to make the vibration. You might walk that tightrope. You might throw all these books and everything in the world in these containers, but you still have to keep your balance, your vibration. You have to eat well, take care of yourself, meditate, get quiet every once in a while. Put yourself where people, my mother used to say, you never want to hang around with people that are too negative that make you too crazy. If you're somewhere where it's very negative and very walk away from people, your vibration. And when you get into the spiritual work, you'll understand that you'll notice that there are things that you used to do before you really got into the work. You go, I don't do that anymore. It doesn't have a calling for me anymore. I just don't do that anymore. You might change eating certain foods, different things in your life. Situations change because your body is moving to a different level. So you might not do the things you used to do once you get into this work. If you want to do the things you used to do, probably spiritual work is probably not it for you because you're definitely going to change your being, your vibration in this work. I used to do stuff in my life. I don't do any of that anymore. I don't read certain books and stuff that is too negative and too stuff. I don't read them. I don't look at TV unless I'm watching something that I want to watch, but it's not very negative. I don't allow negative energy into my being. I don't. And that's what I try my best. Sometimes they come out of the woodwork and they're there. But most of the time I try to keep it so I'm not attracting negative stuff in my life. And that's especially if you're watching television. Turn it off. Put the mute button on. Let it be. Don't sit there and listen to it as it keeps forcing that energy down your throat. or sitting in a group of people that is very negative around the whole table, and you're just sitting there taking that. Even though you're not agreeing with the energy of the table, you sat there. You placed yourself in that situation. Get up and move. Get up and move. That's all you do. Just get up and move. Save yourself. Save yourself from attracting the energy that you have placed yourself into. That's what I love. Catch people, they get negative in their lives. Don't get negative. Understand that you are this bright light that Spirit is attracted to. And then when they arrive in your life, they want to make the light brighter. Make it shine more. Because as above, so below. What you're doing here on your journey affects the spirit world. So they want you to do good because it affects them. It affects where they're going. It affects situations over there. So, as above, so below here. So when you're sitting in a vibration, your life isn't quite working, talk to your guides. Have a conversation out loud. Talk to them. Have a conversation. Let them know that what you're looking for. Because sometimes we ask for things that we don't need. We don't need it. Like to have it done, don't need it done. Ask what you personally need in your life. What do you need? What do you feel that you personally need? Ask for that or better. Ask for that or better. We'll take better, but this would work for you. This is what you feel would work for you. Ask them for that. Because they will go out and bring people, events, and situations in your life to get your attention so you will move in that direction. I've been in spiritual work my whole life, ever since I was born into it. I was born into this. And I've always been in the work. I've always been doing something in this work. Always through this whole vibrational thing. But I've learned that through my life I have moved. My experience in my life is I have moved out of certain situations. I thought, oh, that's it. I'm going to try that. Then I get in there and I felt like, ooh, this is not good. This is not good. Then I back out. Because when you place yourself in something, you're either going to feel very good with it, very comfortable with it, or you'll go, like this. Listen to your first thought, first impression. When I first got out, when I first met Delmine Davis, she looked at me and she goes, first thought, first impression. Her finger come out, first thought, first impression. And she said, abide by your first thought, first impression. If your first thought is, ooh, that's not good. That's your first thought. Live with that. Understand that, because that was your guide going, oh God, he's going to wreck. We got to stop him. So they stop you. They try to. They can't make you stop. They'll put up all these barriers, and then eventually when you keep running, they'll just stand back and go, all right, it's going to be awful. Everybody stand by. Everybody stand by. Ooh. Then they don't jump out after you. They don't save you. Guides you, not save you. They warn you. I learned that over my life. They warn you. They don't save you. You can fall off the cliff. They'll just sit there and wait for you to climb out. They don't jump off the cliff with you. They're smarter than that. They just warn you. So when you are doing things in your life, be very positive. Don't just this negative situation go, oh, I'll never do that. I'll never get names. I'll never quiet my mind. I'll never do this. Now you've already told your guides, you just never. I just never. I'll just never. I'll never be a good healer. I'll never do this. I'll never connect with my healing guides. I'll never. And then you never progress any further. You go, oh, I wonder what's happening. I never. Because you said that to your guides. I never say I never to my guides. I say I'm open. Whatever's for my highest and best, I'm able. I'm able. I'm able. Always be able to accept it for your highest and best. They want you to give names. They want you to dance with the higher spirits. God bless. We're here. I'm able. But don't believe that you can't do it. Mediumship is a tightrope. Not everybody's going to be a medium. Not everybody's going to be that, oh, well, the psychic energy is going on, different things going on, but not everybody's going to venture in to be the medium, not everybody's going to venture that far. Because mediumship takes work. It takes your commitment to your guides. Work. Same thing as a commissioned healer. It takes work. It takes work to get to that point that you are a healer. It takes work on your part to get you there. Get you there. Because eventually, if you stop on a path on that tightrope, eventually, if you stop there, you're eventually going to lose your footing. You're going to fall. Then you got to climb back up, start all over again. But remember in your life, always start over. Don't quit. Don't quit on yourself. Understand that you need that communication with Spirit. On a personal level, on an upliftment level, enlightenment level, whatever you call it, you need that connection. Whether through your dream state, whether through your meditative state, or your walking state, it doesn't matter. You need them to try to help you. Because all of us are not in this perfect little bubble, that all the people around us are perfect. Some of us have got the keys to the sanitarium. We've got the keys. We've got a lot of people around us that are not quite at that level. And we think as healers or mediums that we can heal them. We can work with them. Sometimes we have to pick our battles. Pick your battles. Sometimes somebody else needs to take them where they need to be. Our lady came to me the other day and said, what kind of readings do you do? I said, spiritual readings. Mediumistic? You don't do tarot? I said, no. I really want a woman. You're not a woman. I said, didn't think so. No. I'm not going to get a reading with you. I want a woman, I want tarot. I said,